1. He is our one and only God. 2. He alone is worthy of worship. 3. His name is holy in the mouths of his people. 4. He rests. 5. He honors wisdom and values humility. 6. He is life. 7. He is faithful. 8. He is generous. 9. He is true. 10. He is enough. I don't know if this is how you read the 10 Commandments, but it's how I like to read them. I love that every single commandment points us back to something about God, his character, and who he is. He says, do not murder because he is life. Do not steal because he is generous. Do not commit adultery because he is faithful. Every one tells us something about him. Daily Dosers, my name is Amber Hofland. I'm the Vista Communications Coordinator, and today we come to the commandment of do not murder. I'm going to be honest with you, I love murder mysteries and true crime documentaries because I love trying to figure out who did it and why. I love playing detective from my couch. I'm going to invite you wherever you are today, wherever you're listening to this from, to play detective with me, to be a couch detective, a kitchen table detective, a driving in your car on the way to work detective, to try to solve this commandment of do not murder. I want us to ask ourselves, what does this tell me about who God is and why? So in a murder investigation, they start by looking at the evidence. They look at what's in front of them and what do they know about the people who are involved. In the very beginning of our Bible, it tells us that God created life. He's the author of life. He's the owner of life. He spoke it into being. Most people who create something don't want to see it destroyed. The enemy, on the other hand, would love to see life destroyed. But our God never wanted us to know death. He meant for life to be eternal. Death entered the picture when sin entered the picture, and because of it, his heart grieved. I think when you and I grieve death or loss, we're really just experiencing a shadow of the grief that our God feels as the first heart that ever broke. In a murder investigation, circumstantial evidence can be really powerful, but even more powerful usually is DNA evidence. If you can trace the DNA, you've probably caught the person you're looking for. When our God created human life, he said, let us make man and woman in our image. And he gave us his image, his DNA. When you trace our DNA, it traces back to heaven. Different than plant life or animal life, he said, this life has my image, and that image is evidence of me. So we have circumstantial evidence, we have DNA evidence, and in a murder investigation, there's usually something called a smoking gun. The smoking gun is the irrefutable piece of evidence that leaves no room for reasonable doubt. Our God hated death so much, it broke his heart so much to be separated from his people, the ones who were made in his image, that he came to earth to give his one and only son to take our life, to take our death on the cross and give us life again. He didn't just give us life when we were born and we breathed our first breath. He gave us life when he took the cross to give us life again. And then he takes the stand in the court of heaven and he says, it was me. I took their death. I gave my life to give them life that they would be free. So you can place the punishment on me. I did it. Daily Dosers, when you think of the command, do not murder, I pray that you would see the heart of the God who created life in his image and gave us life not once but twice, who took the stand for our life. And I pray that we would walk in that life abundantly. Thanks, detectives.